everybody. So today I'd like to talk to you about angles that are created by transversals. So you got a picture here. We're going to use this picture as our reference. I'm going to go over some definitions and a few examples. So zoom in and a touch. A transversal. So first of all, the transversal is this line, line A. It is a line that crosses two or more other lines. Okay, so a line or a segment that crosses two or more lines. In this example, we have line A. Okay, this thing. Now, interior angles. Well, if you look at the lines that are being crossed, it creates an interior and an exterior. So the interior is all this stuff right here. That's the interior. The exterior would be all the stuff out here. Okay, and out here. This is all exterior space. Okay, so if we're talking about interior angles, you have a few angles that are being formed. We'll say these angles right here, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. I don't know the best way to describe this to give definitions, but it's angles that are on the interior of those lines being crossed. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense. Angles, angles on the interior of lines being crossed. I'm not sure if that's a great definition or not. You can definitely make your own definition. You probably come up with something better than me. I think you kind of understand the idea though, I hope. All right. Exterior angles is the same idea, except for now we're going to talk about angles that are on the exterior. You shouldn't really use the word in the definition, but that's the best I got. So we'll say angles on the exterior of the lines being crossed. And in this case, let's go with a different color. How about this yellow right here? So that's this exterior, 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 exterior. So angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8 in my particular picture. All right. Now, next one is alternate interior angles. So alternate interior can be a little tricky. I'm going to go ahead and erase some of this stuff so you're a little bit more clear. We're talking about interior. So once again, interior was all of this stuff right here inside. Okay, interior angles. And we want them to alternate. So it has to alternate across the transversal, so it's on different sides of the transversal. And then we also want it to be on the interior. So it's going to be one of these angles right here, 3, 4, 5, or 6, but it has to alternate. And also it has to come from a different group of angles, if that makes sense. So you got one from the top group and another one from the bottom group. Okay, so example would be this is alternate interior. Now, yes, some people would say, well, what about 4 and 3? Those alternate. They are on the interior. Yes, that's true, but I want it to also come from different groups. Okay, so this is one group from that intersection. Here's another group from that intersection. So it has to be from different intersections as well. Okay, so let's put all that together in a definition. It needs to be on different sides of the transversal. It needs to be in the interior, and it has to be from one from each intersection. Okay, all those things together. Let's see if I can fit all this in there. Something like that. All right. So you got transversal. I misspelled something. You've got 4 and 6 together, so it has to be a pair of them. 4 and 6. That's one possibility. Another possibility would be something like 3 and 5. Angle 3 and 5. Likewise, you get the same idea on alternate exterior. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to hopefully get out of that box there, and paste somewhere. And instead of saying that we're on the interior, the only difference here is now we're going to be on the exterior. So you can probably imagine what some of those examples are, looking at the picture. Oops, sorry. So before here I talked about this stuff. Now we're going to talk about the exterior, which once again is all of this out here, exterior, outside, the lines that are being crossed, exterior. So we want them to alternate across the transversal, different sides of the transversal, one from each group, and to be on the exterior. So examples 2 and 8. And 8. Another example would be 1 and 7. All right. Now consecutive interior. Consecutive interior are angles that are going to be on the same side. Consecutive means same side, and in some books this is called same side interior. Some books, some teachers, some worksheets, they call it same side interior angles. We're going to go with consecutive interior angles, but they mean the same thing. So they have to be on the same side, they have to be on the interior, one from each intersection. So we're looking at example 3 and 6 would be an example. Also, we could have 4 and 5. Those are called consecutive interior angles. Okay, so they have to be, I don't know why I erased that. They have to be on the same side of the transversal and on the interior, and one from each intersection. So once again, if I copy all this stuff, paste it, the only difference is I'm going to take out different but same sides of the transversal, interior, and one from each intersection. Okay, now corresponding is the only one left. Corresponding is a fancy word for matching. Okay, so like sometimes you and your friend could have corresponding outfits. Like maybe you had matching outfits. Okay, corresponding is a fancy word for matching. So up here we have four groups of 4 angles on this group up here at the top, and you have 4 angles at this group down here at the bottom. If I was to take these 4 angles and drag them, they would match up with stuff down here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm talking about. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see when I write it like that, I can drag all 4 of these, and you see they match up. 1 matches with 5, 2 matches with 6, 3 matches with 7, and 4 matches with 8. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Those are called corresponding angles. It's a fancy word for matching. So matching angles. Okay, an example, I've already discussed it there, but just go ahead and list them. 1 matches with 5. You got angle 2 that's going to match with angle 6. You got angle 3 that's going to match with angle 7. And you got angle 4 that's going to match with angle 8. Alright, and that's all I need to know for that part. These are angles that are created when you have a transversal going across 2 lines. Now I'm going to have you work on the bottom part here. Okay, at your own. Please don't forget to actually do what it says or identify the transversal and then talk about what kind of angle or what kind of each pair of angles are. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks.